Hi everyone, this is a cry for help. The Marvel community is going way too far with harassing, bullying, dogpiling, and making up lies about one of the only women in the scene. Lena's been in an extremely dark place after how far things have gone. I stopped her from taking her life recently. If this extreme dogpiling and ostracization continues, I can only assume these people would be happy if she was gone forever, and would be cool with having blood on their hands. Lena and I stepped away for a year, only to find out that people have been continually talking about us. No matter what we do, it feels like everyone's gossiping about us, whether we interact with the scene or not. The worst of the lies have been that Lena faked cancer, and that every account they don't recognize is somehow an alt account of ours. The alt account delusion has been taken to the extreme by Chemex, to the point where her boyfriend Escalante has physically threatened us multiple times over it. At this point in time, we have PA Sword attempting to form a TO panel to ban us from every event possible. Somehow, many people in the scene think that we sued Jason Game Dev, when in reality, all we did was file an anti-harassment protective order against him after a year of begging him to stop. His family hired one of the best protective order defense lawyers in the state, and even the judge said our case wasn't frivolous and told him to stop talking about us. We have never told anyone that we filed one against him, yet for some reason so many people found out. I'm the one that has basically said everything that people are mad about, yet the black woman has received a majority of the hate from the community. We've reached out to the parties involved privately with no resolution. We've reached out to the organizations that some of the offenders are team members of with no resolution. Yes, we've had outbursts on people. All of them have been done in self-defense. I did go a bit far defending us at times. It's hard to know what to do when people refuse to leave us alone. We are beyond tired of all this drama and would love nothing more than to move on from it. All I'm asking is for people to please stop talking about us negatively, and we will have no reason to talk about anyone negatively in return. This same type of unnecessary bullying in the Smash scene led to Hacks taking his own life. Please leave us alone so we can avoid the same outcome for our scene.
What is going on, my family? Your boy Demetrius is back with another important FGC video. As I just shown in the beginning in the intro, there is a situation that is going on in a particular community, the Marvel community, the Marvel fighting game community, as y'all just saw by a guy that goes by the name of Hazy, who is a member of the Marvel community and was just in a situation with him and a friend of his when it comes to harassing in the FGC. And you know what, this was shared to me, and when I saw the video, when I saw what was going on here, not only did I say to myself that I'm going through something similar to that, you feel what I'm saying? Not at the magnitude, but I'm going through something. But it's not just a problem that's going on in that particular community. It's happening all over the FGC right now. And it's something that it's really not being talked about enough, in my personal opinion. I know we talk about the racism and shit that's going on with the FGC, but when it comes to the harassment and the bullying, when it comes to the FGC, like dude just said, this happens a lot in the Smash community, but a lot of people don't consider the Smash community as a part of the FGC. But when it comes to the FGC, this shit is happening a lot. This shit is happening in a lot of communities, and I feel like, this needs to be talked about more, because we are seeing people have mental breakdowns. We're seeing people do stupid things online, say stupid things online because they're getting harassed, or the people that are doing the harassing are just doing some crazy sick shit to make other people think that, you know what, this person is crazy, let's not whatever. Y'all feel what I'm saying? And it's really crucial right now, and it's very important that, it needs to be discussed at this moment. Now, when it comes to the FGC and a lot of these fighting game communities, if you follow any of these fighting game communities or the FGC, you would know there has been several people, several occasions that have gone through similar situations, such as this type of situation when it comes to harassment, bullying, accusations, or whatever. Y'all feel what I'm saying? I know a couple of other people that have gone through this. It's not just in that Marvel community. It's happening in the Tekken community. It's happening in the Soul Calibur community. Y'all feel what I'm saying? And it's even happening in the Virtua Fighter community. And let me explain. For years on top of years now, there's a certain asshole that continues to fucking harass me day in and day out And people are like, well, why don't you just block the guy? It's getting to the point I don't even block this motherfucker anymore, because you know why? This sick son of a bitch keeps making burner account after burner account after burner account just to fucking harass me. Whatever Discord I go to or whatever, it's getting to the point, whatever fighting game community that I'm a part of, this guy is there just to fucking harass me. Y'all feel what I'm saying? And people in the Virtua Fighter community, they already know the asshole that I'm talking about. Y'all feel what I'm saying? So like I said, I'm going through something similar like this, where a person just won't leave me the fuck alone. No matter what the fuck I do, block this person, whatever, this person always fucking harasses me, and they just won't stop. You feel what I'm saying? And it is a lot of crazy shit like that going on, and a lot of it is getting swept under the rug. But I kind of feel like it's time for us to stop doing that right now, because like he said, this is the type of shit that makes people take their own life, or this is the type of shit that will make someone do something crazy to the people that are harassing them. Y'all feel what I'm saying? And like I said, with this particular asshole that keeps harassing me, you know, it's gotten to the point where, look, it's just getting to the point where, you know, sometimes I flip out and go crazy on Twitter, to the point where I say to myself, if I see this guy in a fucking event or something, I'm going to get banned, because I'm going to beat the fuck out of this guy. The reason why I say that is it's because it's build up after build up, and this sick ass motherfucker just won't stop doing it. And, you know, that fucking harassment shit, it can lead to that. But thankfully, I'm the type of motherfucker, you know, I do have a mind. I am in control of myself. You feel what I'm saying? But still, a lot of times on Twitter, I flip off at this particular sick individual because they just don't know how to fucking stop. And I'm seeing that with other people too. Other people have their own ways of handling it. I've seen other people flip out with people that have been harassing them and things like that. But it's just getting to the point where I'm starting to notice people are also just ignoring it when they see it happening multiple times. When they see it happening consistently, they ignore it. A lot of people are like, okay, you know what? You know, it's just some FGC type of beef type shit. So they'll just block it, not thinking to themselves, well, maybe what if there's a mental issue going on? How long has this been going on? Why is this person harassing this person? What's the real deal? What's the real reason for it? People don't think about that. They don't think about what leads up to all of this. You feel what I'm saying? And like with these fighting game communities, it could be anything. It could be somebody losing in a 1st to 10 or whatever. But still, when it happens, I kind of feel like people ignore it too quickly and don't really ask questions and don't really be like, okay, you know what? Why did this particular person or these people keep doing the stupid shit that they're doing when it comes to harassment? You feel what I'm saying? Like I said, we all got theories, right? You know, a lot of us will think that, you know, a lot of these type of people that do the harassment, do the bullying and stuff like that, the quickest thing that comes to mind is like, oh, these people are clout chasing. But look, we got to stop thinking that, because a lot of these sick motherfuckers out here, I think it's something deeper when it comes to a lot of these people that be on that harassment shit. I don't think it's just clout chasing anymore. I think these people have real sick mental issues. You feel what I'm saying? And like I said, when someone is harassing you and they keep making burner account after burner account after burner account just to fucking harass you or whatever, you feel what I'm saying? It's just not clout chasing anymore. It's a sick obsession, whatever type of problem it is. It's really sick. And I kind of feel like, you know, as the FGC, I know a lot of people will sit there and say there's nothing you can really do about it. But it gets to the point where we've got to come up with some solutions. We've got to come up with some ideas to make this shit stop and to get these type of people out. You know, out of these communities, out of the FGC, some type of fucking way. You feel what I'm saying? You know, that's what I feel like needs to be done when it comes to these type of situations. We need to start creating solutions so these type of sick ass people that are doing the harassment won't be able to do this shit. Like, won't be able to come on Twitter or won't be able to participate with these fighting game communities or spread the name, spread the word around. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like people are not doing enough to shut these type of sick people out. I really don't. You feel what I'm saying? And like I said, with this particular situation with this guy, you know, they went away. He even said they went away for like, what, a year or something. You feel what I'm saying? And came back and people were still on that harassment shit. And it's sad because a lot of times too, when you're getting harassed, You know, the crazy part about it is, look, when it comes to the internet, fighting game communities or whatever, you know, it's dominated by trolls. So when you get harassed, you know it's going to be somebody that's going to either follow that stupid motherfucking person, or it's going to be somebody from the community that has some type of connection with that person. And it's really sad. And that's what it turns into, mega trolling. And that's when some crazy shit could possibly happen, like, you know, some type of altercation, physical altercation at an event, or somebody taking their own life. You feel what I'm saying? It's like this too. Like with a lot of these people that be on that harassment type shit, like I said, everybody thinks that these people are doing it just to be assholes and clout chasing. But let's just keep it all the way real. A lot of these people are doing this shit is because the society that they live in, wherever they are, and whatever part of the world or part of the country that they are in, society does not fucking want them. Let's just be all the way real. And a lot of them use the internet to kind of take that frustration out on innocent people or people that are just trying to make their way. And guess what? A lot of people are using the FGC or these fighting game communities, whether it be Tekken, Virtua Fighter, or Street Fighter, you know, because every fighting game community has these type of people. They use these communities to dish out that fucking anger of being shut out from fucking society and having serious psychological and mental problems. That is really what's going on here. It's not clout chasing. These people have sick fucking issues. They really need help. But, you know, we can't really give them that type of help that they need, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to wherever these stupid ass people live at. But we need to help ourselves, and we need to help these communities in situations like this. And we just need to come up with ideas so that these people can't enter these fucking fighting game communities, whether it be offline, whether it be on the internet, Twitter, Facebook, you know, because it's everywhere. It's everywhere, and people are ignoring it too easily. Blocking these motherfuckers is not going to do anything. It's not going to do anything, because 9 times out of 10, they're going to find somebody else to harass. And I don't want that other person to be that person to either lose their life by taking their life, or fuck up their lives by doing something to the person that's harassing them, because we have seen that, you know, a person being a troll harassing somebody, and then, you know, they meet up, and then the person being harassed ends up doing something regrettable, you know, like beating the hell out of that motherfucker to the point where they might get arrested or some shit like that. Things like that can happen. And we just have to come up with some solutions to get these people totally out, because we can't help these people on a psychological standpoint. We honestly can't. The only thing we can do is just try to get them out to the point where they can never come back. You feel what I'm saying? And like I said, with the asshole that keeps on fucking harassing me, a lot of stuff has been done, but I just kind of feel like more things need to be done to get this fucking asshole the fuck up out of here, along with these other people that are on that harassment shit. You feel what I'm saying? Won't leave people alone. And he also mentioned something too, that he mentioned that if his friend were to take their own life, a lot of people would be happy about it. And you know what? You know, when I think about that is that, you know, I really don't like talking about the hack situation, because it is a sensitive situation. But, you know, I did see on Twitter a lot of people were saying some crazy shit when it came to that situation. I don't want to bring it totally all the way up, but, you know, it's one of those type of situations where, you know, a lot of these people that are being on the internet, the FGC or whatever, they can be some cruel motherfuckers in what they say. You know, just because they weren't close to that person, they will say some sick shit like, oh, they got what they deserve or some shit like that. So I understand where he's coming from when he said that, because, you know, like I said, when it came to that hack situation, there were a couple of sick motherfuckers, especially on Twitter, that said some shit like that. And it just really made me sick to my stomach. And it's just really sad that people will say some shit like that if somebody were to take their own life. You feel what I'm saying? And that's why I said that, you know, a lot of these harassment trolls, or whatever the fuck you want to call these sick ass people, we got to find a way to get them out. You know, we got to find a way to get them out. Like I said, blocking is not going to work anymore. You know what I'm saying? The situation that I'm in, like I said, it's gotten to the point where this person that's harassing me, stalking me, or whatever FGC Discord I go to, that son of a bitch goes there just to fucking harass me. And I'll just be like, man, what fucking solution can we come up with to get these motherfucking stupid people to stop? Now, I will say this. A lot of these type of people, if you were to meet them at an event, they wouldn't say a damn thing to you, or they wouldn't even show up to it. But, you know, we can't count on that either. A lot of motherfuckers are as crazy as they seem when it comes to this, you know, this internet shit or whatever y'all want to call it. So, you know, it's just one of those type of situations where it's always a gamble. If you go out to the event and run into one of these sick motherfuckers, a lot of them won't do shit, but can you really count on that? Motherfuckers might bring a knife or some shit like that. It's just a lot of shit going down when it comes to public events and shit like that. So this situation right here really made me think. And like I said, I know a couple of people that are going through some harassment issues right now, and you know, and people be having mental breakdowns and everything like this. People doubt themselves. You know, people can lose their way because of this shit. People can feel a certain type of way because of this type of harassment. You feel what I'm saying? And I just wish that these type of people will get a fucking life. That's number one. Obviously, they don't give two fucks about the FGC or the communities that they're so-called a part of. They don't give two fucks about that. Why don't they just go the fuck away? But it's just one of those type of things, man. You're gonna have to find some solutions because this is happening consistently in the FGC. It really is. It's just not being talked about enough. You know what I'm saying? But it's happening. It's happening, and you know, I don't want it to get to the point where either somebody gets hurt, somebody gets locked up, somebody gets banned from all events because they did something that, you know, they regret doing at a fucking event. You feel what I'm saying? Or near the event or whatever, you know, lose their esports privilege or whatever, lose their traveling. You know, y'all know what I'm saying. I don't want that to happen. But, you know, a lot of these fucking stupid harassing trolls, they don't care. They don't care either fucking way it goes. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here and just talk about, you know, that situation and talk about the situation that I'm going through similarly and a situation that I know a couple of other people are going through when it comes to this harassment shit in the FGC. And, you know, it's really sad. And like I said, the situation I'm going through, it frustrates me. It really does. It frustrates me. Sometimes I zone it out. But when you are constantly harassed every single day by someone, when it comes to the FGC, FGC Twitter, FGC Facebook, I'm telling you, man, that feeling, it just makes you want to explode. It makes you want to explode to the point where if you saw that person, you would do something you could possibly regret for the rest of your life. Like I said, I felt that way a couple of times with a sick individual that's harassing me right now. And whoever is going through that when it comes to the FGC, you know, hey, y'all not alone. Y'all not alone. If y'all getting harassed, y'all not alone. And I just want the message to be, if y'all are getting harassed, you know, just hold on. Just hold on. Don't let these people take you out of your element. Don't let these people do something you might regret, like getting banned from a community, getting banned from any type of, you know, FGC social event or something like that. Don't let these people do that, because that's the real goal that these people want. These people want us to fuck ourselves. You feel what I'm saying? That's the happiness right now. That's the happiness and the kick that these sick people get from all of this. Now, when it comes to someone taking their own life, I mean, I guess you could put that in the category, but a lot of these sick ass people, they want us to fuck ourselves as far as, you know, getting banned and shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? Or trying to get a certain community to turn on you or frame you or some shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? You know, the message is, don't let these people do it. Do not let these people do it. And it is frustrating, and it just makes people just want to go crazy when they get met with that type of harassment. But at the same time, I kind of feel like when it comes to the FGC and these fighting game communities, we need to start finding solutions. You feel what I'm saying? We need to start finding solutions to get these people out of these fighting game communities. There is ways that we can do it. We can ask around. We can dig up some shit like old whatever old tweet messages that these people have said when it comes to their activity and shit like that. Get together, be like, hey, okay, look, you know, this person, we gotta ban this person from whatever type of fighting game community event, because like I said, this is happening consistently in the FGC, and I do not want anyone to get hurt. I don't want anyone to get banned off of something that they might regret doing to these harassing motherfuckers. I just don't want that. It's just time to start thinking about solutions to get these people out of here. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's just what I wanted to come on here and say. And I hope old dude and his friend, you know, I hope they doing all right. You feel what I'm saying? And I hope, you know, I hope they can find a way to screen this out. And like I said, I hope people will leave them alone. It's just one of those type of things, man. You know, you just never want to see people go through that type of shit. The thing about it is, too, it's basically, it's not even their personal lives. It's not even a personal matter. This is some type of internet type shit, you know, that they going through. It has nothing to do with their personal lives. So you got to think about that. They're going through something when it comes to the internet and some fighting game stuff. Ain't got shit to do with their personal lives. But these motherfuckers that be on that harassment shit, they make it personal. They've made it personal with those people. And I really think that's kind of fucked up. It's like they made it personal for no fucking reason. I think that's kind of fucked up. And I truly wish one day, you know, in the FGC, these fighting game communities, we can come up with some solution to make this all stop. You know what I'm saying? And so people can feel better about being part of these communities, can feel better about, you know, talking about certain things when it comes to these communities. And also, I want people to be comfortable in being themselves. You feel what I'm saying? Because when you're getting harassed like that, it's hard for people to be themselves, because when someone harasses you, you know, it can become a domino effect. Someone can jump onto that harassment bandwagon, and it can be very, very stressful, frustration, and who knows what can happen at that point. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section below about this situation, about the whole situation when it comes to harassment and bullying in the FGC, stalking. You know, it's really happening right now. It's really happening right now. And like I said, they going through it. I'm going through it. Like I said, don't let these people take y'all out of y'all character or element. And for the people that are on that fucking harassment shit, that fucking trolling, that fucking stalking shit, go fuck yourselves and go find a fucking life. Y'all feel what I'm saying? Y'all don't care about the FGC. Get the fuck out and go harass somebody in fucking real life. Oh, you know what? They can't harass nobody in real life, because you know what? Because a lot of these people that do that harassment shit when it comes to these fighting game communities and online, don't nobody give a fuck about them in real life no damn way. And that is fact. Leave y'all thoughts and y'all comments in the comments section below. We could definitely get a conversation started about this particular situation. My name is Demetrius. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to your boy for more of this real talk FGC shit. God bless. Stay safe. I'm out. Peace.